This is what's for supper tonight. So I'm just gonna show you, I'm gonna do some ribs in my Instant Pot, and like super simple, but everybody who's a good cook says that. So other people might be going, it's not simple, but I'll show you the steps. Okay. This is a rack of ribs. They are pork ribs. So first thing you're gonna do is buy them in the grocery store and unwrap them, and you'll notice there's gonna be a little bit of fat sometimes a little bit more fat, and you can just trim that off if you want. Fat actually is gonna give it some flavor. So take them out and take some paper towel and pat them dry. I'm gonna pat the other side too. That will help the spices to stay on there. So I miss you guys. I miss you guys from Spooner, and like I have such great memories. So here I see you on Facebook and you're all grown up and have your own families, and so I'm so proud of you, proud to have been your teacher way back then. So, all right, I'm using this Casey barbecue rub. My son bought this for me and we use it a lot. We put it on a lot of different stuff, not just for grilling, but like on vegetables and stuff sometimes. So liberally sprinkle it on. See, I don't have someone to record for me, so it's just me in the kitchen. But all right, so spices on there. All right, I have to stop because I'm moving over to my Instant Pot, and I'll be back. All right, here we are at the Instant Pot section of my kitchen. So you're gonna put I'll show it in a minute here, but you're gonna put the rack in the bottom, and in the bottom, you're going to pour about a cup of water and some apple cider vinegar, about a half a cup of that. You can also use apple juice, that works just fine. And then to give it like this smoky flavor, this is really a cool thing. Liquid smoke, like you smell it and you're like it goes up your nose, so it's really strong. So I'm putting maybe about a half a teaspoon in there, and then we get to put the ribs in there. So what we do is take the ribs, and the meat side has to be out, and we're gonna place them in there. I'll show it in a second. We place them in there just wrapped around like this. So you just put the whole thing in there, and I'll be back. I'm gonna wash my hands and I'll show you. All right, I'm back, and I have that water, apple cider vinegar, liquid smoke. Remember, you could use apple juice, and just wrap it around. Make sure the meat side is out. Everybody needs to know how to use their own Instant Pot. Mine is not an Instant Pot brand. Mine is actually a Cuisinart, and you're going to put your cover on it. Make sure the pressure is closed in the correct way, but everybody knows how to do that on their own. And then these ribs are gonna go for 25 minutes. So we're going to do high pressure, 25 minutes, and start. And when they're done at that 25 minutes, you let it natural release. So we'll see you back in 25. Next thing, we need to think of, okay, what are we gonna have with those ribs? If it were just me, that's all I would eat. I wouldn't need a side dish, or maybe I'd have a salad or whatever, but I have pretty much no green vegetables in my fridge. So here's what I found. Some potatoes, just little baby red potatoes, a little bit of mold. We'll just cut that off. Just cut that right off. No one has to know. All right, some potatoes and a few mushrooms that I have left from, we always have mushrooms on hand. Actually, we eat a lot of mushrooms and saute them. One of the things that I learned over time is when you saute mushrooms, you get a really, really good brown sear on them, and that's where you get so much flavor from. So I'm going to slice these. So I'm going to put some oil in the bottom of the pan and butter, and we only use butter. I never use margarine because butter is way better. Let this heat up, and I have to show you like the best pan in the world. So this is from Pampered Chef, and it's their 12-inch non-stick pan, and seriously, it is the best pan that I've ever had. So I know someone who can hook you up with good Pampered Chef stuff too, if you're interested in that. All right, so we are, I always say we, but like it's just me. Getting that hot, and the mushrooms are gonna go in. And I'm not even gonna really touch them. You can put a little bit of salt in there, and I always have a little thing of salt like this. And get kosher salt. Don't use, like, table salt is so different. This is a really good thing. You'll hear those sizzling, but in the meantime, I'm gonna just cut these potatoes in half. If they're a little bit bigger, like you could do quarter them. Okay, so this isn't a recipe, I'm just making this up. So mushrooms that were left over, and I'm gonna put the potatoes in and move these off to the side. Potatoes in. I'm gonna add a little bit more oil where I put the potatoes. And all right. And spice-wise, one of my favorites is, this is called Gabi's Go-To Spice, Gabi's Go-To Blend. So you can get this at Williams-Sonoma. So this is just gonna go on the potatoes, on the mushrooms. Regulate your heat. So right now, by now I have it on a low. You want to start it on high though, or medium high, so that you do start to get that nice sear. So there's our side dish, and you're gonna love this. So the other side dish that we're having tonight is gourmet golden sweet corn from Kirkland's. So if you have Costco, you will know that this is their brand. We buy corn by the case. My husband loves corn, and I don't really like corn, but you just pop it open and there you go. Yay, the pressure is now all released. So here comes the moment of truth. I always worry like, oh, the Instant Pot, you can't check it along the way, and you're hoping that it's tender, and it's really too hard if your meat is not done to put it back in and cook it. So it's a little bit of a trial and error, but look at the pounds of whatever it is you're cooking when it's meat, and go according to your manufacturer's directions. So I'm going to take this off and reveal. All right. Oh my gosh, they're falling apart. That's a good thing. So let's see. Okay, what am I gonna do so you can see this? Well, I guess I'll pull part of it at a time that is coming out. Yes, they're falling apart. So that is what we are, that's what I was hoping for. what I'm gonna do is put them on a baking sheet here, and you could just eat them like this. You can see like the spice rub is all in there. Super, super tender. But you might want to do a little bit of basting with your favorite sauce. So another little shout out to Wisconsin, Famous Dave's. I believe it started in Wisconsin. So I'm just going to baste this, and I put my oven on to broil. If you can see that well enough. And we're just gonna pop these in the oven and get that kind of a little bit more caramelized and the flavors from the barbecue sauce on there. And then, like, that's it. It was so, so simple. So Katie J, you better be watching this, and when you make this, send me a picture. I want to see it. But thank you. I miss you so much, Katie. Make sure you just stand right here and check it, because if you look on the ingredients here, sugar, ooh, got my eyes, sugar, so you don't want to, like, all that hard work, you don't want to start burning it. So so this will be supper tonight. Ribs, the potatoes and mushrooms, and the good old can of corn. So that's how we do it here. And you might be wondering, like, why didn't I grill it outside? We have such nice weather every day here in Idaho, where we live is pretty much like the next. We have such even temperatures that, during the daytime, they're really, really hot. And then it cools off overnight, and it's just like gorgeous every day. It just seems the same. But today's supposed to be 99. So we have a charcoal grill, which we love. Okay, hold on. Yay! Those look so. I'm gonna get my setup going here a little bit better. So they look so good, caramelized, fall off the bone, yummy, and supper's ready. So anyways, I didn't want to get our charcoal grill going because it's supposed to be so hot, 99 degrees. But look at how nice you can do an easy meal. Kind of, it seems a little fancy to do ribs, but using your good old pressure cooker or your Instant Pot, and it'll be super. So, all right, I'm gonna plate it up, and I'll show you what it looks like on the plate. All right, now you just need to make it look good. So plate it nicely, like stack your food a little bit, and it makes it like feel a little more fancy. And then if you can put something green on it, that's good. I have a green onion. Now this is for me. My husband's like, nope, just, you can leave that part off, but I love green onion. So slice it up, bear claw, and pinch and grasp your knife. If you're a student of mine, former student of mine, I hope you learned that. And then just like sprinkle it on top, and you get a nice, I mean, look at how nice that looks. So there you go. Look at, when we get the corn in there, that's gonna be so pretty. No, if you like corn, that's fine, but it's gonna be good and tasty. So I hope you are inspired to go cook, and thanks for thinking of me. And look at, we got a fly in there. Thanks for thinking of me and watching, and let me know what you think. Behind the scenes. Super good.